Scorpio, how are you? Welcome to your April 2017 love readings. I know some of you are waiting for generals. I will be doing generals this month in April. I didn't do them in March, and I have a little video, talking head video that I talk about that. But I will really be releasing the generals in about a week or so. So just stay patient for those. I still got to finish a few privates. I'm almost done, thank goodness, before I put up my booking again. So just sit tight. I also am using a different deck this month. It's called the Tarot of Delphi deck, in case you wanted to look that up. I don't know if you can buy it unless you're lucky. I think it's only on Amazon now, unless they started printing it again. But, okay, enough talking. Scorpio, here we go. Your love reading for April 2017. Dying to come out. Okay. And the Hierophant reversed. 8 of Wands reversed. 3 of Swords reversed. I had to check that because I put in reversals, but these are there are a lot of reversals that came out, like just all in a row. I had to make sure I didn't have it kind of upside down or whatever, but seriously, a lot of reversals going on here. The Hierophant in the center does indicate some issue or some problems with whatever love institution that you're in, marriage or dating someone. If you're totally single, it could indicate something from the past, okay? Because I am seeing the 3 of Swords, and you don't usually get the 3 of Swords unless you've been through something, right? You've gone through a breakup, you've gone through a heartbreak. It is in the reversal, which is good because it does indicate a healing of those things. I'm actually happy that some of these are reversed. It is an easing effect, okay, where whatever pain and loneliness and whatever deep vibrations that you've been feeling, or these deep emotions you've been feeling, while I don't think that you're truly going to have the answers or you're truly going to make sense of everything, I think you're going to feel it less, which is at least something, right? It's at least some form of progress. We are in the middle, I'm reading these in March, so we're still in the middle of a Venus retrograde right now, so you are probably still feeling those effects. Everyone is on hold right now, okay? There's not a lot of movement in the love department. It's not you, it's just kind of the energy that's surrounding all of us right now. So if you aren't receiving communications that you want, if you're not getting what you want, if things aren't manifesting themselves, don't freak out, don't stress. Everything is going to be okay, okay? It's just timing, all right? No, people aren't going to be telling you that they love you. People aren't going to be moving into a committed relationship right now. People aren't going to be making these big, grand gestures. And if they are, or if they do, it's more out of a sense of loneliness and desperation than it is genuine intent. Okay, so just be careful and just be cognizant. Really take a moment and focus on you, because I'm really not seeing either your energy or your partner's here. So this is just general vibes. And I do a second layer, so we'll see if people come out. But for right now, like I said, the loneliness that you may have been feeling, or whatever seclusion, if you are in a relationship, that seclusion and loneliness can be really hard sometimes, right? Because you're I shouldn't feel alone because I have somebody, right? And if you're totally single, there's probably going to be an essence of you that kind of becomes okay with it. You may reject a little bit of the dating scene right now and just kind of I'm really not into it, I'm not feeling it, I'm really not connecting with anybody. And while you're not like swearing off dating altogether or, you know, anything like that, you're just kind of like, I really need to just focus on myself, okay? Because I do sense a lot of confusion. And a lot of confusion, like I feel as though you may be trying to make sense of why this Three of Swords is here. Why am I, or did I have to go through that heartbreak? Or why did I have to have a broken relationship? Or why did this fight have to occur within my relationship? You know, and I feel that there's a strong desire for you to have clarity, but it just might feel like it's not quite coming at this moment in time. And if you are being faced with any sort of a decision, okay, Two of Swords reversed, if you are finding yourself at a crossroads of any kind, we also have the Lovers, which can indicate choice as well. You may feel unable to make this decision right now. The good news is that with Venus retrograde tends to come alignment, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean clarity and full understanding of things, but it is kind of a cleansing effect where we release past pains, okay, and we release past frustrations and blockages, and I've said this in almost every video, so if you're watching several, I apologize, but I gotta say it for everybody because not everyone watches multiples. It's like the mind becoming more emotional and the heart becoming more logical, and somehow they kind of find their groove. They kind of find their little, you know, their little synchronous vibration. I've been using that word vibrations a lot today. I don't know why, but they kind of find their groove, you know. And I think that's, you're trying to find that groove right now. Trying to make sense of something, but I don't think sense is coming. I think there has to almost kind of be an acceptance that this was just something that just happened and that you might not get clarity right now. Maybe in the future, yes, but right now, no. Eight of Wands, like you're not going to be hearing from that person. You're not going to be getting the apology you need. You're not going to get communication from that person. They're not going to come to you, or there's not going to be any big grand romantic gestures. Okay, the list goes on and on. It's just not, it's not prime for that. And you might need to make some form of a decision, okay? The Lovers. Speaking in terms of choice, okay? And if you have had a broken relationship, this Lovers does indicate the choice to undergo reunion, okay? Reuniting and reestablishing trust. I'm sensing that trust in some way, shape, or form was broken, okay? I don't know why, but lately the Lovers has been speaking to me in terms of trust. And like almost on a factual level and not a romantic level at all, okay? Is that something that you want? Do you want to reestablish stability in your life or not? Is this big enough and important enough that you're okay with losing that institution in your life? And I love the Hierophant here. I absolutely love that it's a family. The Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and the Hierophant, they're all depicted by families here. And I just love the warmth that I don't get from the other decks, and that this Hierophant is a person, right? A leader, a mentor, a guide of some kind. This man, the leader of the family, right? He may have done something to break the trust of the family, or to break the trust. And I say he, it could be male or female. He could have done something to cause, I don't know why I got like the image of an earthquake right now. We just had an earthquake in Bali here. So like, it was just a couple days ago and I'm still like all freaked out about it. But like, it kind of quakes quakes the earth when the Hierophant is in the reversal, and it kind of, it's like it's like the plates of the earth realigning. The Hierophant is essentially kind of like the Pope or a religious figure, right? And if they do something to put them in a reversal position, like a huge organization and institution will feel those quakes and that fallout there, and it's kind of a big deal. So I see that you've gone through something that's a big deal. I'm not making light of the situation. I know you're trying to make sense of the situation. You're trying to understand it. And you're trying to like organize your facts and kind of sort out what your options really truly are. Because I think you have options, right? You can either take this person back. You can either, you know, let it sit. That's also a choice, and do nothing is a choice. Or you can move forward, move on. You know, there's so many different things that you can do. And you're really just like, well, I can do any of these things, but what should I do, right? What should bring about the best outcome? I don't know, you know, and it's like, it's this unknown. But the Two of Swords has a beautiful undertone. Okay, and I'm going to hold her upright because she does hold those, where's my camera? If it focuses, she does hold those scrolls, right? It's just a matter of her looking at them or picking them up out of that little bucket thing and reading them. It speaks to intuition because it is the number 2, which is associated with the High Priestess in the Major Arcana, or ruled by the High Priestess. So while you are at a crossroads and while you feel unsure and while you're trying to sort out your options, my guess, I'm going to venture to guess, that you feel very strongly about one thing. It might not be the easiest one, okay? And that's maybe why you're taking such a long time trying to decide. Okay, and if you're dating someone, and like I kind of am feeling like maybe some of you are deciding that this relationship is not for you, okay, or something died out somewhat quickly, but you need to do the hard thing, right? And you need to break someone's heart, but I think you know that. And some of you, the hard thing is taking someone back, or forgiving someone, or, I mean, again, the list goes on and on. I'm reading this for so many people, and, you know, everyone has their own version of this story. Okay, I'm going to do the second layer now. Whoa, okay. So I'm going to take these out in order as they fell out. Okay, so we have the Fool and the Reversal, which makes sense. The Fool and Reversal, you are, like there's a fear of vulnerability. There's a fear of hurt. There's a fear that something is so broken or so affected that you cannot repair that trust. You cannot face the reunion. You cannot face that task. In some way, I think it feels quite daunting. You are afraid to have that faith that it can be done. And the fact of the matter is that I do believe that it can be, if that is your choice. That it can be. Now, hold on. I'm getting the Artisan of Cups here. Ace of Wands reversed. The High Priestess, doesn't surprise me that she came out. And the Star reversed. See, so many reversals. I don't know why they're all like lumped together. I guess it was meant to be. Ace of Swords. Three of Wands, Ace of Coins, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. Oh, the reversals of these are killing me, because it's like you want that chance, you want that opportunity, you want that, you want to talk, you want to, but I think what needs to happen first is this Ace of Swords clarity, okay? Because if you were to talk now with this Seven of Cups kind of confusion and trying to figure out the options, if you were to talk now, it would not be productive, and nothing would resolve. You are waiting for opportunities to come, for that passion to ignite, for things to change, okay? For whatever reward that you feel you are owed, for whatever promise of good things to come to you. But I think the only thing that's going to come to you right now is within your mind, within your mental state. And this is not an emotional thing. This is about logic and reason and practicality and honesty, truth. I mean, I love the Ace of Swords, okay? It's Cleopatra, and she's such a strong force, right? I mean, you would say she is a force, a force to be reckoned with type of thing. Someone who knows exactly what must be done, exactly how to do something. This moment will come for you. I don't think it's going to be like a powerful boom kind of thing, which aces kind of tend to be that more masculine. Again, they are ruled by the Magician, which is that more immediate type of energy. But I think the clarity is going to come slowly, because you are sifting through so many things, and so many things are going on in your mind. Now, I am seeing two people, Artisan of Cups, which I feel is you, Scorpio, the water sign, and Artisan of Wands, which might be your partner, significant other, husband, wife, person you're just kind of interested in, whatever. And there's a separation with the Star in the reverse. I don't necessarily see it as hopelessness, but I kind of am seeing it a little bit on the side of pessimism. Seeing it as where your level of realism might be too real, you know what I mean? And a little bit too rigid. It's important for you, and it's interesting you're both coming out as the artisans, and that's a more, I would say that both artisans of Cups, Artisans of Wands, all artisans, they have more to learn. I see them more as students rather than masters, okay? I mean, they can be masters in certain contexts, but I see them more as continual or perpetual students, always learning, never becoming the master. And while they have self-confidence and self-assuredness and all of this, they definitely have an arrogance and a pride about them. And water and fire, it's difficult to mix a water pride and a fire pride together. And I think maybe on some level you are seeing the differences between you and this person. And maybe you're kind of even like, I don't know if we can recapture this. I don't know if we can. And you may even be having a hard time extending an opportunity to them as well. Not only are they not reaching out to you, but you are not reaching out to them, because you're just like, well, I don't know. I don't have faith. There's no need for you to not have faith right now, okay? The High Priestess in the reversal can often be a little bit of like a self-righteous energy, and you need to be very, very careful with that. she tends to put herself on a pedestal. She tends to remove herself when she's in the reversal. She tends to like, become in her own mind a more pristine, perfect version of herself. And I know this kind of sounds weird, and it kind of sounds like, I'm not really doing that. But like, when you're dealing with this hurt, and when you're dealing with this Three of Swords and this pain, and the earth has moved beneath you, like I said, the Hierophant reverse, that's a big effect. That's an earthquake type of effect. And now you're afraid to do that, to be vulnerable. So you are separating yourself, you are removing yourself, you are keeping secrets, and you are putting up a facade, and so are they. You're both kind of wearing these pretty faces and not dealing with the true issues. And it's hard right now because of what's going on. I think neither of you want to fix these issues because you just don't know which way you want to go. I think you're both feeling undecided. And I'm so happy the Three of Wands came out, because I don't want you to think that there's no hope or whatever, because the Three of Wands often indicates working out differences, and that these differences will find greater pastures. Okay, they will work themselves out. You just have to wait for that stuff to come. And yes, you are being forced to wait. Eight of Wands. But again, the essence of the Eight of Wands is still here. Just because it's in the reversal doesn't mean it doesn't also have the underlying meanings of it in the right side position. I think those messages want to come through. Those conversations want to happen. Not just between, like, you want them to happen or they want to happen. It's like the universe wants it to happen, just not right now. and super annoying. But be careful of what you do and how you are sort of, because I'm kind of seeing a little bit of repression up here. Repression of information, repression of emotions. Artisan of Cups can be a little bit on the snobby side as well, so be careful that you aren't putting off this snobby, better than you type of energy, because an Artisan of Wands absolutely will not put up with that. Absolutely will not put up with that. And you do have the stinger, so be careful of the sting, okay? Be careful of the things that you say and the energy that you put out there. My guess is that you were hurt by something that they did that really put you out like in the cold, or made you feel isolated with the Five of Coins. Something that really amplified maybe some type of insecurity that you already had. Like, sometimes it's, and I say this in a lot of my videos, sometimes we just get validation that we actually aren't attractive enough or smart enough or interesting enough, or, fill in the blanks of those things that you feel badly about yourself about. And maybe this person, who can be quite thoughtless at times as well, and just kind of says things, let things fall out of their mouth, can be offensive and not really care, and not really, there's not a lot of empathy with this person either. They don't do it on purpose. They just aren't thinking, right? But maybe they did something or said something that amplified that insecurity, right? And those insecurities are surfacing within you, causing you to put even more of a facade to kind of, it's like this vicious circle. So you're covering it up even more, and the more you cover it up, the more badly you feel about it and all this stuff. But it's time for all of this to just come to light. And I think it will. Okay, I really, really do think it will. And I think all of this will change soon with the Three of Wands. I mean, this is a promise that it will. It's a promise of creativity and expansion and growth and receiving messages and information that beget opportunities. Okay, and you must walk amongst the beasts, kind of, you know, like sometimes you have to just let things be. Like she's got her little goats there, right? And she's enthusiastic about it despite the fact that I know she's like a shepherd girl or whatever, but you know, she's still like doing everything she's supposed to and maintaining her responsibilities while is enthusiastic about the journey ahead, you know. And again, I'm going to say it again, the Three of Wands does indicate reunions and working out differences. So don't stress so much if you feel like, why can't we just like find this moment in time to make this happen? Why can't we find a moment to reestablish this stability that has been lost? Why can't we find a moment to talk and to get this like figured out and get this resolved, you know? And like you're fighting, I think, so hard for the opportunity to fix the problem, but you haven't reached, but I also think the opportunity for you to have clarity about the problem hasn't come. You must have clarity before you can have the opportunity to fix it, okay? To fix and resolve. These are more of like tangible effects, wands and coins. They're more the action items and the practical steps that need to happen to make the resolve. This is the understanding of how, okay? So don't stress so much. I can see a lot of tension here. It's going to resolve itself, I promise you that, and everything will be just totally fine. I don't see any, I mean, even if there is loss, okay, even if this is a breakup for you or it is a divorce for you, it's as trite as it is, it's like supposed to be. And I think it's in your own way, you will find that moment of, yes, this is what it's supposed to be. Like, I don't really have, like, I can't fight this. It just is what it is, kind of thing. Okay. So I tried to keep that as generic and open as possible. Hopefully it did speak to you in some way or provide some insight. I wish you absolutely nothing but the best this coming month. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next month. Bye.